Welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Monday, January 19th, 2026. Martin Luther King Jr. Day here in the U.S. NBA hoops taking center stage on a day dedicated to reflection, service, and action. I'm J.E. Skeets, finally here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby. Hey, yo! Over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is. Here we are. No task today. He was up in Canada, over the weekend. He'll return tomorrow, so don't you worry. Yesterday, though, January 18th, marked the official 20-year anniversary of this here podcast, and we shared a screen grab on socials of one of our first ever episodes. Our first episode, I should say. I guess one of our first websites. I just wanted to read a small part of our inaugural episode 001 of the Basketball Jones. In this week's inaugural show, J.E. Skeets and Tass Mellis discuss the Steve Francis suspension, whether Shaq is helping or hurting the Miami Heat, the week that was for the Raptors, who should be this year's West All-Star forwards, the wanker responsible for this, which is a hyperlink.
Do you know what it is?
That doesn't go to anywhere, so I have no clue, TK, and much, much, much more. And then I guess I say Skeets struggles to pronounce Gasol.
How do you think you said it?
I don't know.
Gasol?
I don't know. Maybe. So that was the first ever episode, which we unfortunately don't even have.
Yeah.
And we had like Young Pep Dash, Wublio Balls, Grandma Lana, like all the OG TBJ fans trying to find. Does anybody have this on an iPod somewhere?
Somebody's got to have it.
We couldn't locate it. The earliest episode we can find is 007. That we have.
Oh.
And we did, of course, release the pilot episode. We had that somehow last week. But
007.
yeah.
It's got to be out there somewhere.
I would think
on
so.
an old drive, but finding drives, having the proper connections to connect to your computer these days. Dongles have changed so much in the past 20 years.
I've got 3 in front of me that I digged out of storage. One of them I cannot fire up.
Hard drive.
Wow.
Hard drive.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even get it working.
Can't even get it working.
Who knows what gold is on there?
I know.
Who knows?
Well, that's where I found like a Bosch on this guy.
Okay.
Right here.
Like a Bosch, we did post yesterday.
We found some LA All-Star 2011, was it? 2012?
Oh, wait. That means you have the infamous Tass Mellis super hungover
I don't have that.
interview with, was it DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's no season required, isn't it?
Off the phone? That's
Yeah.
a classic.
Oh, that's back then.
That's 2011, I guess. Yeah, I'll have a look. But anyway,
It's funny.
Okay. Well, great work. We did get Like a Bosch posted yesterday. I believe we have the Andrea Bargnani All-Star campaign from way
Yes.
back in the day. That's going to be posted this week because we located that. I saw some people asking, let's get that up. Well, we found that one.
You'll see it. You'll see it soon.
Anyway, to celebrate 20 years of this show, 20 years, guys. Oh my God.
I know. When the three of us started this show 20 years ago, it was just, it's just so great to relive it.
It's amazing. Like, when did you even start listening to the show?
Definitely during this website era.
Wow.
I remember this website for sure. I don't know what this was launched on, but it's got the gray comment section. I was definitely in the gray comment section way back when. But that wasn't me. No beef for Benjamin. That wasn't me.
Okay, good. Yeah. There's somebody noted yesterday. There's only 2 comments on the first ever show.
I do like this though. I want to know, will Pat Riley ever change his hairstyle? The answer's still no. 20 years later, still no.
Yeah, I hope we answered that on episode 2 or 3. To help celebrate, though, 20 years of No Dunks, we've teamed up with our good friends at Breaking Tea to release this limited edition 20th anniversary design. I really like that 20 years sort of No Dunks logo. Got a fun back to this one with the No Dunks Classics in Atlanta, Georgia, and then an address, which is our actual mailing address.
That's
our
right.
P.O. box is, believe it or not, Spalding Drive. So go grab this tee. This is a limited edition t-shirt. It's going to be available for sale till the end of the month. So you got, 20, so no, excuse me, you got like 10 or 11 days here. So it's a pre-sale item. Again, running through the end of January, and it will print and ship after that date, January 31st at the end of the month. So good stuff. Go to nodunks.com if you want to grab a 20-year anniversary shirt, which will only be available for a week and a half or so.
Cool.
Yeah. You played a big part in designing that one, TK.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just throw some search terms into Google and see what comes up. 20th anniversary shirts. Found a random pizza shop that had been open for 20 years and it looked awesome.
Yeah.
Like, let's try this with a basketball instead of a pizza. And guess what? It still looked awesome.
It looks good.
Yeah.
So again, nodunks.com for that. All right, we did have a wedgie on Friday night, and it once again involved Trey Kirby's Chicago Bulls, but Danny Wolf, hungry like a wolf, hungry like a wedgie, sticks it with the little help defense there on Io, and that is wedgie 36. Pace remains high, and good stuff. Also, Noah Eagle on the call on the Yes Network. He went nuts on that one because he was like, "It's a block wedgie! It's a bledgie!" So
He said he'd never seen it before.
I know.
It is pretty rare. I mean, it happens, but these people aren't in the wedgie weeds quite as much as we are, but exciting. The Bulls have now tied the Kings for most wedgies this season. They both have 6 apiece.
yes, but the Bulls have been involved in games
Many.
with six wedgies.
Yes.
The Kings actually, I think, have stuck 6 wedgies. So it is a little different.
Okay.
It is a little different.
Step it up then.
Yeah. That was our 6th block wedgie of the season, just so Noah Eagle knows. But yeah, I loved the energy he brought to the wedgie on the call. All right, it's Monday here. So we do NBA weekend winners and losers. There's only 2 of us, so we can do a couple rounds of winners. You get us started. The table is yours.
Yeah, there's just 2 of us here at a table. It feels like an epic duel between me and you, take for take. And there's nothing I love more than an epic duel. We got one on Saturday in San Antonio. Anthony Edwards versus Victor Wembanyama. 55 points for Ant. He scored 26 in the fourth quarter, hit 5 threes in the fourth. Wemby went for 39 of his own points. He had 12 points in the fourth quarter, hit a bunch of clutch shots, had a couple of blocks in the fourth, including one with 13 seconds left on Joan Beringer, and then a game-clinching offensive rebound for Victor as well in that fourth quarter. Just super fun to watch these 2 guys going shot for shot with each other. They've played a couple of really exciting games. My 3 main takeaways from this, other than these guys are awesome, is that Minnesota has to be in the mix as another potential Spurs rival. We look ahead to Oklahoma City versus San Antonio as the rivalry that's going to be defining the NBA for the next 5 years. And it's because the Spurs are on the come up. The Thunder are in their primes, but on the young end of that. It just feels like they're going to be lining up against each other, but it's not that far off from Minnesota to kind of get in the mix as well, I think. Ant is just another different style of foil for Wemby. The relationship between him and Wemby feels very different between the relationship between him and Chet. Wemby and Chet don't want to talk about each other at all. And you can tell they don't like each other. It feels like Ant and Wemby do like each other. They have a lot of respect for each other, and they love bringing the best out of each other. I think you also throw in the Rudy Gobert, Beringer connection between all the French big guys. There's something there going forward. It'll just be on kind of Beringer to be good, whenever Gobert finally starts to fall off. But I thought that was cool to see. The other couple of takeaways. Number 2, Keldon Johnson is a key piece for this Spurs team. He shaved his head with Victor Wembanyama. I do like that he has kind of attached himself to Victor. Smart thinking for the future, but 20 points off the bench for Keldon Johnson. Drew some free throws, went 1 of 2 of the line late in this one. Hit a clutch 3 with 17 seconds left to help the Spurs get over the edge. And then finally, Wemby did a step through in this one. He had it on Joan Beringer, pump faked him at the free throw line, finger roll at the rim. He does the step through a lot, and it needs a nickname. I think it should be called the spacewalk.
Ooh.
Because he covers a lot of space. The man is an alien, and it just feels special to me in the same way that the Hakeem Olajuwon Dream Shake got a name. That there are other guys who could do a fake and then spin back for a hook shot. But he made it look cool, made it look smooth. Wemby is doing the same with the step through. Fun to watch these two going back and forth against each other. You love to see young stars like seeing the moment and rising to meet it.
Yeah, absolutely. This was an obvious winner of the weekend. This game, this battle between these two guys. 55 for Ant, unfortunately in the loss, but Wemby coming through. I'm glad you brought up Keldon Johnson, because I had seen some buzz over the last week or so of like, hey, where's Keldon Johnson in the race for Sixth Man of the Year? He has skyrocketed, I believe, up the odds. According to FanDuel, he's one of the favorites now with Naz Reid. He's tied. Plus 300 with Nas. Keldon Johnson is. Then it's Jaime Jaquez Jr. at plus 750. You got Reed Shepherd, Anthony Simons with the Celtics, Anthony Black as the odds, I guess, go up for those guys. But yeah, Keldon Johnson, man, going bald, looking cool. I think he looks pretty good bald.
I can't believe it. Him, like Victor, it looks cool. Like I feel like he could just pull off different looks here. But to see another guy, Keldon Johnson, he was like, I was looking for a reason to shave my head. The 90s are fully back. If guys with full heads of hair are choosing to shave their hair off, that was a 90s move. Nobody else would do that. Like, what, you're going bald when you have hair? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
but now these young guys are doing it.
I did it in the 90s.
Oh my goodness,
Never again will I shave my head.
What about a pick and payoff?
Oh, no way. I never would do
saying
it.
That's too much?
I'm on record like 10 times on this show saying I'll never do that. I'll do a lot of crazy shit on this show. Never again shaving my hair.
They look cool, though. Vic and Keldon look pretty sweet. I do believe. Yep. But I hadn't really considered him for sixth man, but it makes sense. He's almost at 14 a game. He's knocking down threes, and he's decided if I'm not going to be the go-to scorer for this team, I'll do what I can off the bench, and I'll hit the glass and be like the emotional leader as well. Yeah. I haven't heard any reports on his llamas since the NBA Cup, but I hope he still went in on those as well.
Yeah, but we've now gotten 3 actual stories from Keldon Johnson this year. The llamas with the NBA Cup. The playing, what was the song again that he
Vanessa
played?
Carlton.
Carlton, sort of to get the team hyped up, and then now going bald here with Wemby.
Good character.
Exactly. We need characters.
Yeah, that's good.
Right. So good stuff. Awesome game. At least go watch the highlights if you missed that one. There was a lot of football being played this weekend. Sorry about your Bears, by the way.
Yeah, tragic ending, but exciting season, and I hate feeling optimistic about the Bears, but I do today.
Okay. Wow. I mean, what a incredible throw from Caleb Williams to get them into overtime. Fortunately, the pick in overtime was great, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, he makes the highlight plays look easy. The easy plays are the ones that seem to be more of an adventure for Caleb Williams, but it's cool. The Bears have the new Aaron Rodgers. I can't be sad.
Okay. Let's go to my first winner of the weekend, and I'm going to give it to Ja Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies, and London. Yeah, the city of London. So Ja Morant had 24 points, 13 assists in his return to the lineup to lead the Grizzlies to the 126-109 victory over the Magic on Sunday in foggy London town. And this was, in all honesty, a win for everyone. Ja, the Grizz, and of course the NBA fans in England, because the poor people in Berlin didn't get Ja Morant. He did not return to that game and didn't play in that one. He had missed 6 games because of this right calf injury, but he provided an immediate spark for the Grizzlies, who had been quite bad recently. They had lost 7 of 9. This team was spinning its wheels. There was obviously a lot of buzz, and continues to be a lot of buzz about potentially trading Ja Morant. And we had that clip from Germany where he's getting into it with Vince Williams Jr. and whatever they were arguing about. Obviously, that went viral. But look, he comes back here on Sunday. Ja had a 20-10 first half, and the playmaking in particular was impressive and jumped off the screen to me. He was slinging darts cross court. He was feeding Jock Landale inside. He had a gorgeous behind the back pass to, I guess it was Gigi Jackson. And I think he just he needed this game, and maybe it was helped by the fact it was in London in front of an international crowd who was really behind him.
Yeah.
And it was good. Obviously, he looked great. He played well. They got a win, but I think him playing in London I think this had an impact a little bit, like him being sort of cheered on by that crowd. So that was good. And look, for the Grizzlies, whether they trade him or not, this is good.
Yes,
you want him playing at this level because it's only going to increase a potential trade package coming back. You get to say to a team like Miami or another team come on, man.
Look, he can still play.
This guy can still play and have an impact on positive basketball and winning basketball. So that's good. And then finally, London just got to see him So good for them.
Hey, don't feel so bad for Berlin, man. They got the Wagners hooping in Berlin, and they showed Father Wagner quite a few times on the broadcast. He's got a cool look as well.
And Berlin got arguably the dunk of the year.
Exactly.
Anthony Black dunking on 4 guys, but London, the O2 Arena here, gets John Morant at least.
Berlin can stick Magic fans, and maybe London will tilt towards the Grizzlies because John was hooping, and it was like a highlight festival the entire time. Like you're saying, he got into a flow with things, and it felt like he was going out there to intentionally put on a show. Did go 5 of 8 on jumpers, which I think is part of the reason he played so well. Went 3 of 4 from the 3-point line and busted out a new celebration. A bazooka. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come up with a celebration that's not a weapon.
Well, he did do one that wasn't a weapon. He did a little samba or something as he danced back. Not a weapon in sight unless he had some knives behind him or something. I don't know. But
salsa
but
knives.
You're right. He did the bazooka.
He was breakdance fighting for that one, but it's like finger gun, $75,000 fine. Then he came up with a grenade. Right. Now it's a bazooka.
Yeah.
What's next? The tank? You're gonna be driving a tank. Pop his head out.
This guy? I mean, he should just he should be like a playable character in like Call of Duty or Fortnite or
Maybe
something.
He is.
I mean, he really should. He's into this, but at least besides that part where maybe I don't know if the league comes down on him. I feel like they won't. But he was playing with some joy at the very least.
He was playing with joy for sure,
right from the jump. And he started this game too. He was on a minutes restriction, but got up to around the 30-minute mark and obviously played a part in them winning.
Yeah, and they needed a win because I think they had just dropped out of 10th in the play-in because the Clippers have been playing really well. Right. They got a win on Friday, so LA had passed Memphis as of Saturday, got the win during the day, and they're back in the play-in. And like you're saying, maybe this means. Ja was talking post-game. He's like, yeah, look at the tattoos on my back. I got a Memphis Grizzlies logo. I don't want to have to cover that up. I want to be here. I don't know if that's true. This could also just be a showcase, like you're saying. Totally. But either way, good news for the Grizzlies. The win puts them back in the postseason mix. This either helps Ja's trade value or it helps the chemistry with the team.
Right. It's a win-win-win for everyone here. So, okay, that's my pick. Let's do another round. Where are you going?
Houston Rockets get a winner of the weekend. Couple of nice wins. On Friday, they beat the Timberwolves, a season-high 39 points for Kevin Durant, who had a really good weekend. On Sunday, Rockets beat the Pelicans, season-high 32 points for Jabari Smith Jr., but Kevin Durant had 18, passed Dirk Nowitzki for 6th on the NBA's all-time leading scorer list. And the way he did it was basically with a Dirk Nowitzki fall away. Poetic.
It really was.
It was very similar.
Dirk-like.
Very similar.
We've seen Kevin Durant hit that shot too. The guy's made 1 million buckets in his career. But where it was on the floor and how he got to it, it was
definitely. I don't think he did it intentionally as a tribute. But look, when LeBron was getting ready to pass Kareem, I thought he was going to do it with the hook shot. So I wouldn't put it past any of these guys to have a plan and actually be able to execute it. But I thought these were 2 good wins for the Rockets. They were coming off 5 losses in their previous 7 games, and both of these were pretty strong offensive performances, I think, for Houston. Coming in to Friday, they were 25th in offensive rating during January. They've been turning the ball over a ton. The shooting percentages have been really low. The assists have been really low. They were still low against Minnesota, but pretty good against New Orleans. In 10 games in 2026, the Rockets have scored 105 or fewer 6 times. That only happened once for them in 30 games during 2025. I think the offense has looked pretty clunky as of late, but it looked good in both of these wins over the weekend. I think they still are a team that's going to need to make a trade for somebody a little bit more reliable on the perimeter. Reed Shepherd had a couple of nice games in these 2, but Ime, I don't think totally trusts him, and it feels like a really big risk to go into the playoffs if he's your number 1 perimeter guy. So I think they should be looking at a trade. I guess the only bad part for the Rockets is Steven Adams went down with what looked like could be a serious knee injury, a weird landing. He's obviously a huge dude. Looked like he was in quite a bit of pain when he landed.
Yeah, that put a bit of a damper on an otherwise great weekend. And I was feeling good that the Rockets, like you said, had lost a bunch of games after I picked them to make the finals and represent the Western Conference when we were doing our bold predictions podcast soon after we turned into 2026. But I like these quality wins. And, man, Durant, like, holy shit, man, this guy. He's still unstoppable at times.
Pretty good scorer.
Still unstoppable. So, okay, you thought, maybe not. That was an homage to Dirk passing him. He has Jordan up next. What would you do if you were paying tribute to Michael Jordan to score? Like, would it just be a turnaround fadeaway jumper? On the baseline?
A baseline fadeaway.
Do you hit a 3 and shrug? Like, do you try and dunk on somebody? Like, young Jordan, I don't know.
KD maybe hit a Rockets high in 3-pointers in his 39-point game, right? I think he hit 6 threes, maybe as most of the season so far. Him shrugging doesn't seem to make sense to me. Baseline fadeaway is the way to do it, unless he can pull off a spectacular move and go for a switch hands layup inside. Wow. But he's like 700 points from Jordan. So I think that'll be towards the end of the season. Yeah. He's at like 900 through 38 games. So, if he stays healthy this year, MJ definitely in his sights.
Oh, yeah. And like, there's been no talk at all about this being Kevin Durant's last year or anything.
Oh, no way.
Like, not even a whisper about it.
No
Obviously,
chance.
we're like, what's LeBron doing? Is this it? 23? Will he hang it up? Like, maybe not. But, like, we don't even talk about that with KD. I know he's younger. I know he, in theory, has more years, and he did miss years with injury, too. But, just a matter of time before he passes MJ. Let's hear how he does it. What do you guys think? I like that. I think it'll be a turnaround fadeaway. Older MJ,
yes,
right?
Yeah, late era MJ, but I like what Ziggy said. He's got to put his tongue out. At the very least, let's just see that tongue.
Okay, yeah, that's a good call.
I want to see your tongue.
All right, back to me here for another winner of the weekend. I'm going to lump together a couple teams because I'm going to give a winner of the weekend to the Western Conference play-in teams, specifically 7, 8, and 9. That's Phoenix, the Warriors, and the Blazers. Start with Phoenix, and I'll move with some pace here. But the Suns picked up, I thought, a really scrappy-ass win against the Knicks on Saturday. They had lost a couple games in a row. They're on a bit of a road trip here. Devin Booker returned, though. He was great. He had 27 points. He had come back from a sprained left ankle. And they just fought this one out. Like, it was one of these ones, like, they almost, like, you wouldn't even have been upset if they had dropped it. But they didn't. And that just, like, shows you what type of quality team this is this year and how hard they play. And this is on a night where the Knicks are, like, welcoming back all of these, like, numerous legends. Like, it was a homecoming game for the Knicks. So many famous Knicks players are there. But the Suns played spoiler. So I was just impressed with that. I don't know if you have any quick notes before I move on.
Only that the Knicks, I think, they could have been a loser. If they were really scraping the barrel. Like you're saying, they brought back all those legends only to lose their third straight game. They're struggling right now, having lost 8 of 10. And, their players are getting booed. Karl Anthony Towns shot an air ball, and Knicks fans didn't like that one. This was an ugly loss, I thought, for the Knicks, but a scrappy win for Phoenix.
Right, and they had just lost to Miami, they had just lost to Detroit, and like these were fairly close games, and then they pulled this one out. That was an impressive win to me. The Warriors won their only game this weekend. They defeated the Hornets by 20 points. Because Tass is not here, I am contractually obligated to inform you that DeAnthony Melton had a great game. He had 24 points. But the Warriors as a team in this one, they hit 23 of 52 from deep. 10 Golden State Warriors players made at least 1 3. If that stat sounds familiar to you, it is. Because Golden State now has had at least 10 players make at least 1 3-pointer in 3 straight games. You brought this up last week. This is the longest streak, I guess, in NBA history since they, created the 3-point line in 79, 80, whatever it was. But that's wild. 10 guys, 3 straight games, at least hitting 1 3-pointer. So Warriors win.
Yeah, I mean, this to me feels like a record that could stand for a long time.
Crazy.
10 guys hitting a 3 is pretty special. But I think it's good for the Warriors to get any kind of a win when Steph Curry doesn't lead the team in scoring. Only 14 points in this one, but they didn't need a huge game from him because Melton was hitting. Draymond had a good offensive game as well. And sometimes shooting is just contagious. You knock a few down, your teammates get inspired as well. So a good win for the Warriors.
And then finally, in the 9th spot in the play-in race right now, the Blazers won back-to-back games this weekend. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Kings last night. Denny Avdia returned for that second game. He had 26 points, 8 assists, 8 boards, coming back from a back injury, had missed a couple games. But the Blazers, man, they've won 12 of 15 games now. They're back to 500, so they're 22-22 for the first time since basically early November, early in the season when they were 6-6. And, Avdia great. Shaedon Sharpe, really good. 2 consecutive games here, scoring the ball at least. And Donovan Clingan. And I know UTK love Klingon too. I feel like this is becoming like a very positive Klingon podcast with you and me. I love this guy too. 21 points, 17 boards versus Sacramento. He had a massive fourth quarter as they sort of like let the Kings back into it, and it got a little too close for comfort, but he was great. And his guy, he is like a new level of sort of toughness, I think, when it comes to rebounding and fighting for positioning. And I think his stamina has gotten better here in year 2. Like he plays a lot of minutes now, and this was a guy as a rookie, he like in a 5-minute stint would look gassed. Maybe I said stink because you farted before we went live on the show.
It's still lingering.
That's why all our audio equipment was all out of whack to start. Anyway, Kling Kong, man, this guy is good.
Yeah, he's really good. He is a defensive deterrent inside. We know that's going to be the case with his size and stuff, but I'm really impressed with the way he passes the ball. 3 assists against the Kings, 4 against the Lakers. He's pretty solid in the short roll. He had a really good roll game against the Kings. He took 7 threes against the Lakers. Like, he's definitely trying to expand his range. He's shooting it better. 7 is too many for this guy, but there's some sort of balance in there. You like to see him take it, and you like to see him be able to do other things besides just be a role guy, because it just gives them a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more versatility. He's had a really, really solid season, and it's great to see the Trailblazers stacking these wins up because they've been good on the defensive end. Like, they've been in their past 10 games, they're a top 10 defense, but it's not like they're 1 or 2, just winning games on the defensive end. They've gotten Avdia back from injury. Drew is playing more often. They just have a little bit more talent out there. Toumani Camara had a perfect game over the weekend. Sharp is knocking down 3-pointers. If they can get a decent offensive performance, they can win in the Western Conference. I don't know how high they're going to rise in the rankings and the standings, but this is a team that at least wants to have positive momentum, play some sort of meaningful games a little bit later this season.
Their goal, I would believe, is to make the play-in and obviously get some reps here for some of these young guys, because I think they get overlooked when we talk about sort of sneaky, talented young rosters, like cores, I should say, because you have Denny Avdia, you have Kamara, you have Sharp, and you have Klingon. Those guys are all 25 years or younger. Avdia and Kamara, I guess, are 25, and then Sharp is like 22, and Klingon's even younger in his second year. I like that 4 moving forward here. And then they do have still these vets that are in and out of the lineup because of injuries, be it Drew Holiday and Jeremy Grant, and Time Lord plays, spot minutes here and there when he's healthy. But I like that young core, and you're right. Just get into the play-in, get some meaningful games. Maybe win one of them, maybe even get into the actual playoff. Who knows? Those are tough teams that I said, even that they're battling 7, 8, 9, even 10. If the Clippers are coming or the Grizzlies turn it around. So anyway, great weekend for them, and nice to see them back to 500. Final round of winners. Who you got?
Jay Huff is my winner of the weekend. Final one, career high 29 points on Friday against the Pelicans. Went 13 of 17 from the field, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, added 9 rebounds and assists, a couple of steals and a couple of blocks. The Pelicans did get destroyed in their the Pacers did get destroyed in their second game this weekend, lost by 50, but I don't care because on Friday, Jay Huff was balling. He had 3 dunks in this game against the Pelicans. He was part of a hilarious moment with Derek Queen doing jump balls. Derek Queen just jumping. 4 false starts and then didn't jump on the last one. Cool. But yeah, 3 dunks for Jay Huff, all forward facing. And kind of soft launched a dunk contest campaign. The Pacers post-game broadcast was like, if they asked you to be in the dunk contest, would you do it? He's like, yeah, I know everybody thinks I only dunk backwards, but I can come up with some more stuff. Would you have any interest in seeing Jay Huff in a dunk contest?
Look, if a lot of guys turn it down and we get to the level of Jay Huff, sure. Like, I respect him for saying he would do it if asked. No, I don't think he's going to win a dunk contest if there's like any real competition. But intriguing enough, I guess, as like the 4th guy in a dunk contest. Yeah. Yes, that was a long-winded way to get to.
Wow.
Look. Here's who he reminds me of sort of as a dunker a little bit. He's got some like Larry Nance to him, like how he like really extends his arm and like palms the ball well. Yeah. And Larry Nance Jr. went in it. I mean, obviously his dad was a dunker back in the day too. And I don't remember really what he did. I don't think he embarrassed himself. For a dunk contest to be good, we need 2 elite dunkers, but I'm okay, obviously, with some like wild cards in the 3 and 4 spots. So
you're saying he wouldn't be one of them?
No,
I don't want to see this guy in a dunk contest. Come on.
Wow.
It's fun to watch him do reverse dunks in a game.
Well, do you want to see Mac McClung for the 10,000th time?
No.
Okay, well.
Also no. but you're gonna.
I know.
You're getting Mac McClung no matter what you want.
But
yeah, he does dunks. And look, it was cool. He played incredibly well against the Pelicans, and he kind of makes me feel good about one of my pet theories, which is that if there were an NBA player to come into the NBA who modeled their game on Bob Cousy and doing like 1950s and 60s style highlights where like you're spinning your hand around the ball before a pass, I think that player would become an instant fan favorite. Because that to me is sort of what J Huff is doing. He's doing like weird highlights. Yeah. Like just like, I'll just throw in a reverse here for no reason.
Yeah.
And that to me kind of feels like a Bob Cousy era. Like this was like the first cool dunks that were invented where you turn half the way.
Oh, yeah.
And it's worked. Like he's become an internet meme for the way he's played so far this season. So this is the Cousy corollary where if you could throw back to 70-year-old style highlights, it would look cool in today's day and age.
But you don't want J Huff in the dunk contest.
No, I mean, blessings on him if he gets in. It'll be a very cool story for him to get in. But I don't want a 7'1" guy in the dunk contest.
Yeah, I get you. Like at least he wouldn't be dunking over anyone, I wouldn't think. We get some variety with our dunks. I guess a lot of like it'd be pretty funny. He would have to do a reverse dunk.
He would have to.
Like we'd be demanding of it.
Yeah. But I mean, like Mason Plumlee was in a dunk contest.
No, I know, dude.
It was like, just it was like this.
You're talking to a dunk fan here, a dunk contest fan. But look, if it comes down to it, is my point. Sure.
If it comes down to it,
because like it's okay having like he's almost like a comedy bit, a little bit.
A little, yeah.
And then maybe can be like, whoa, maybe he puts down one. We're like,
no expectations.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we have very low expectations. Final winner of the weekend for me, I'm just going to show some love to Jaylon Tyson, who had a career high 39 points. You got to go way back to Friday night for this one, but career high 39 for Cavs shooting guard Jaylon Tyson. A name that I say every time, and when I do, I'm convinced I'm saying it wrong. It just sounds wrong.
Jaylon Tyson?
He just looks more like a Tyson to me. Tyson Jaylon seems to fit him more than Jaylon Tyson. Yeah. That's just me, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, he was lights out. 13 of 17 from the floor on Friday, 6 of 6 at the line. Cleveland was without Darius Garland. He's got a grade 1 sprain of his right big toe. Man, this guy and this toe is never going to go away. He's going to be reevaluated in 7 to 10 days, so we're going to miss him for a couple weeks. Sam Merrill was also out with a right hand sprain. So Jaylon Tyson, don't call me Tyson Jaylon, was pretty special in this game on Friday night. And he had the game-winning, I guess, assist to Evan Mobley underneath. He attacked baseline, little dump off to Mobley and had the easy dunk. And then Maxey missed at the end there. But Jaylon Tyson coming on here. He's actually having a really good season.
He's having a great season. 52% from the field, 48% from three. The 3-point shooting in this one was the big story for sure for Jaylon Tyson, hitting 7 of 9. But I do love the 4 assists, including the one that was the game winner on the dish there to Mobley. It just shows you the level of feel that Jaylon Tyson has. He can dribble, pass, and shoot. Like, I don't know what he's going to become as a player. This is his second year.
Yep.
He's got really thick legs. Like he's got a build similar
like
to
Tyson. Mike Tyson himself.
Yeah, very, very similar to Mike Tyson. But I was gonna say a little Jalen Suggs-ish, the way the way he plays. Different being a wing versus a point guard, but he can dribble, pass, and shoot. He makes the right decisions a lot of the time, and he makes quick decisions. And I think it all kind of culminated on that last play where it was a bit of a scramble. He got the ball in the corner, was able to get to the baseline and make the nice drop off right there to Mobley for the dunk. So he's been a real bright spot for the Cavs this year, to the point where I'm like, he's been in and out of the starting lineup. I don't think he really moved into the starting lineup again here until Garland went down with injury, but he's physical as a defender. I mean, he's not very tall. I think he's only about 6'5". So there are some bigger wings I think that'll give him problems, but maybe he's the 5th starter for this team. It feels like they're always kind of looking for who's going to be the 5th starter. Strus, we know, hasn't been able to play yet this season. They've tried DeAndre Hunter. They've had Dean Wade be the guy. He's gotten banged up as well. But maybe even if it would make him a little bit small, maybe they can withstand that playing 2 7-footers so often. I do like what Tyson's given them, and he definitely helped save their skin against the Sixers.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a guy I knew nothing about in college because he was like one of these guys that bounced around, right? I think he was like, at Texas and then maybe even Texas Tech and then made his way to California. And then he was like a first round pick. Like he went 20th overall to the Cavs here and he scored a lot in California. That's the only thing I remember. But otherwise didn't know a lot about him, but getting an opportunity here and looked awesome in that game. And that was another victory there against the Sixers in a game on Friday night. So Jaylon Tyson, don't call me Tyson Jalen.
Yeah, Cavs have gotten a few nice wins as of late.
Yeah.
They're showing a little something here, I think, in 2026. And, they beat the 76ers a couple of times. Like you're saying, DeAndre Hunter, big time jam in this one.
Yes, he did. He played really well in this Friday night game.
He got Embiid in his sights. He's like, there's no way Embiid is going to be able to run backwards and also jump at the same time. And he did the correct calculus on that one.
So those are some NBA weekend winners from TK and I. Obviously, lots still to pick from. Let's hear who we missed in the stream team, or let us know in the comments, or you can tweet at us at NoDunksInc on the old X platform. Take a quick break, then we'll do some losers.
This NBA season on FanDuel, it's all about the boost. Because game days mean your chance to boost your bet and make every play pay off. That's right. All customers get a 25% profit boost on NBA parlay and single game parlay bets. The pace is fast, the games never stop, and that's literally true today. We've got games starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, going all the way till 10 p.m. Eastern, plus an NCAA championship football game tonight.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Indiana favored by 7.5 points.
It's in Miami, too.
It's in Miami against Miami.
But man, they look awesome.
Yep. Who's yours?
I'm taking it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Indiana football fan, but it'd be cool to see them win, I think I heard over the weekend that they are the all-time losingest program in Division I history.
Really?
I think it's like combination of being around for a long time.
Yeah.
And literally, I can name one NFL player to ever make it out of Indiana.
Couldn't even do that.
Antoine Randall. Great player. Great player. Okay. But with FanDuel, you've got more ways to make every win even bigger. So lock in your bets, boost your odds, and make every night count with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Who would you take tonight with that line? Hoosiers.
Hoosiers as well. Yeah. Having seen them play exactly one game of football, they look completely unstoppable. Yes.
Don't worry, I'll be doing that with the Winter Olympics very soon. I will be an expert on all Winter Olympic sports coming around the corner here. Okay, let's get to NBA weekend losers. I'll do a couple rounds. Where do you want to start?
Only one game for the Hawks, but I'm giving them a loser of the weekend because they lost pretty badly on Saturday against the Celtics. Hawks got off to a hot start. They were up 2-0. And it was all downhill from there. Trailed by 43 on their way to a blowout loss. I think it ended up being 26 points, but it was an easy 41, I thought, for Jaylen Brown in this one. He was just walking through the lane, floating in for layups. Not a lot of resistance. 3 straight losses for the Hawks. The Bulls split with the Nets over the weekend, which means Atlanta is now down into 10th place in the Eastern Conference. That's disappointing, man. It's not surprising that the Hawks are in the play-in tournament, but there was a lot of hope coming into this season. They had that great run when Trey first went out with injury and Jalen Johnson really ascended. They must have been, 5 or 6 games over 500 at that point. Hit a rough patch when Trey came back. The trade hasn't helped. I think maybe they're 3-3, but 1-3 basically sit in their last 4 games. They got a big one right today against Milwaukee on Peacock. The Bucks have also, I think, lost 3 straight. They're down in 11th. So this is a big game for both teams getting in the play-in mix here. But I do wonder if hitting this rough patch right before the trade deadline is kind of clarifying things for the Hawks. You couple the losing streak with Anthony Davis's injury to his hand, and you're like, he's not coming back instantly. It really seems like all signs are pointing to the Hawks being told, you don't need to trade for Anthony Davis. He's not going to make a big enough difference for this year. The team is, I don't know if they're sunk. They can still make a postseason appearance. They could still get lucky in the play-in tournament, but it ain't going to happen this year for the Hawks to really be a contender. So I think they need to be getting all of their ducks in order for the summer, when they have some contracts come off the books, they can really start building around Jalen Johnson and using their salary cap space to put the right kind of team around him. They should
and the new draft pick, of course, coming by way of the
Pelicans. Should be opportunistic, like for acquiring a center. Like they could still be in the mix for a Gafford or something like that. But I wouldn't want an AD trade. Sabonis trade is another guy they've been linked to. They shouldn't be wasting their assets on guys like that kind of like raise their floor a little bit. They need to be playing it smart here, and they need to be playing the long game here, which I think is kind of what Anssi Sala has been doing since he took over for the Hawks, kind of digging them out from underneath the original DeJounte Murray trade. It's worked well. It's been, I think, there's been parts of the season that have been encouraging for the Hawks, but maybe a disappointment overall. But I do think that this has been an indicative time for Atlanta, saying you're still in the middle here. You need to be pointing upwards starting next summer.
Do you think we're seeing the last, I don't know, half a season of Quinn Snyder as head coach of the Atlanta Hawks too?
Interesting. No? Interesting. I mean, I guess Anssi could have made a move last summer, but they wanted to see what they had with Trey and with healthy Jalen Johnson. So I can see it happening. I also don't know how long Quinn Snyder is going to want to be in rebuild mode. You know, he left Utah after they traded Mitchell and Gobert, and they wanted to begin their pathway to becoming a good team. The Hawks have just been stuck in the middle for so long here that I wonder if it'll be like a mutual parting of ways.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, this was a year where they came in with expectations, like you said. I think their over-under was 46.5 coming in the season. It does not look likely that they're hitting the over there. They're 20-24 as of today, have this big game on MLK Day here in Atlanta against the Bucks, which is big in terms of the play-in race, but this is a bad season. And look, you know, Trae Young was getting blamed by a lot of people, like legit just straight up blamed for the Hawks' poor defense, which was always an exaggeration. He's not a good defender, but he wasn't the sole reason. And that's proving to be true here. And they also maybe traded Trae Young for two of the only guys in the league that are worse on defense than him, like CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. Like, these are not lockdown guys by any means. And CJ is in a hell of a slump right now.
Yeah.
And Dyson Daniels, like,
he didn't play this weekend.
No, he
didn't. They had no defenders out there.
No defense.
I mean, Nickeil Alexander-Walker can defend, but that's a lot to ask him to guard everybody.
Yeah. I just I brought up Dyson Daniels, who didn't play, you're right, but I brought him up because I saw from the Instagram account Basketball Forever, the crazy photoshops that they'll do, and they're really good at the jersey swaps when like trades are happening or rumors. But I'm laughing looking at it. They have one of Dyson Daniels pointing out how he currently has the single season worst 3-point percentage of all time. Something I brought up with Lee when we had him on Friday's show. Like, hey, mate.
Come on, mate.
Talk to your Aussie and try and give him some tips from 3-point land. Anyway, the Photoshop is Dyson Daniels, I guess at the free throw line, but they've made his hands into like hawk claws, and the ball is feathers. And it looks disturbing as hell. Are you looking at it right now? It's creepy as hell. I mean, I'll drop it in the Slack. Forever. But anyway, you know it's really bad when Basketball Forever is turning one of your good players into half a Hawkman because I guess he can't shoot.
Well, the ball is feathered as well.
I don't know why the ball's feathered. Yeah.
Pretty unusual.
Maybe that's why he can't hit a three.
Yeah, but look, he hasn't made a three-pointer since December 14th. Didn't play over the weekend, but also hasn't taken a three in the last 3 Hawks games. How did he shoot so well last season?
I don't know.
What was going on with that?
Yeah, I mean, Lee says it's just obviously it's
got to. I mean, it is
shot.
confidence for sure.
Yeah.
But he's got to shoot. Yeah. He's got to shoot threes. Last year, 34% on 3 attempts. This year, 11% on 1.5 attempts. It's like a complete regression.
It really is.
He's regressed to being the worst 3-point shooting season of his career. Should have never got paid, I guess.
He's got talons as hands.
That is the problem. It's impossible to shoot with talons.
All right, sticking with the bird theme. Loser of the weekend to the Raptors. Yeah, they were birds, weren't they? I don't know. That's what somebody told me once. The Raptors lost back-to-back games for the first time in a long time. I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks since they had dropped 2 in a row. But Friday night, they simply got outclassed by one of the greatest offensive players that has ever lived. Is that too far to say with James Harden? I don't think so.
No, you're exactly right.
Toronto was up. They were up like 7 or 8, 3.5 minutes to go in regulation, and then they missed 6 straight shots, and Harden just single-handedly got the Clippers back into the game, got them to overtime. He had a personal 8-0 run. They didn't know what to really do with him. At times it would be Shed or Abajian. He'd blow by them, too big, too fast. And then if Barnes got on him, he could still either draw a foul or obviously set up other guys. I mean, it was a masterclass from James Harden down the stretch there. There was no Kawhi in that game, so the Clippers took care of business in overtime. He made a bunch of free throws to start overtime, and they got the business done, or they got the win. On Sunday night, though, the Raptors, after all the football had wrapped up, Luka, LeBron, and Ayton crushed the Raps in the fourth quarter. 110-93 victory. Raptors scored 13 points in the fourth. And the Lakers, like a lot of teams we are now seeing here against the Raps, pulled out a whole lot of zone defense. And they did it in the second quarter, and the Raptors just could not score on it. We saw a lot more of it as the game went on. And the Raptors are one of the worst teams at handling a zone defense. I'm a little shocked why NBA teams don't just do it right from the jump. They always wait for like a second or third quarter to do it. But anytime they do against Raptors, it generally works. They don't know what to do. I mean, sometimes they figure out to get Scotty Barnes the ball in the middle of the court, but then it usually just ends with like him shooting like a jumper. And like, if you're the other team, you're going to live with that. Like he can hit it, but you're going to live with that. And they got to figure out a game plan, because every team should be doing this against the Raptors, because they can't shoot. That's a big part of how you beat a zone. Does help to hit some threes.
Yeah.
And
7
the Raptors,
for 32. Pretty bad.
I think the Raptors are the worst 3-point shooting team over the last like 15 games.
I believe it.
It's really, really bad. And the Raptors need to do something here at the deadline. Like, they have to address one of two things. Okay, Bobby? You got to do one of two things. You either got to get some size, because they're just getting bullied to hell by teams. And it doesn't help when like Colin Murray-Boyles, who's not big to begin with, who's played well as a small ball guy, along with Scotty Barnes, he had to leave that game against the Lakers. I mean, Luka came down and smoked his thumb. He'd been having issues with that, so he had to leave with his thumb all banged up. Pirtle hasn't played forever, and like they just have no size. So you got to address that, or you got to address some shooting. There's got to be a shooter or two added to this roster.
Yeah.
Like, they have no size and they can't shoot. It's a recipe for a disaster.
Yeah, when you were saying one of the greatest offensive players of all time, I thought at first, wow, man, Skeets is really bigging up DeAndre Ayton here.
No.
But I mean, he dominated like 10 for 10. There was no resistance inside, and it was similar with Harden. Like, a lot of his baskets were coming at the rim, getting downhill, and no fear of anybody deterring him. Once he got inside, drew a bunch of free throws as well, because he was able to drive. So, yeah, the question is what the Raptors are really going to be able to do, because most of the reporting has been about them peddling the Pirtle contract and the Quickly contract. Nobody's taking those off their hands right now. I understand those are the guys that the Raptors would want to move to either address the size or the shooting sides of things, which is weird because both of those, like, Pirtle's got size, Quickly can shoot.
I know.
But they're not performing up to their contracts right now, and then they extend for such a long time.
You would have to attach draft picks to get off them. I mean, I don't even know how many at this point.
Yeah, but otherwise it's like Barrett, I suppose, is a guy who could be moved.
Sure. He helps when he plays.
He's helpful. I agree. He is helpful. But yeah, the zone is a problem because the 3-point shooting is lacking. And they just don't have natural ball movers. I think Barnes is probably like the most inclined to be a passer, like you're saying, but they struggle to get him the ball in places to make plays for others. So the Raptors, I think, are just a team that can look pretty bad when they look bad, when the shots aren't going down and they're being a sieve inside defensively. They got a little bit of time here, though, to try and figure something out. It's just having those two big deals where the guys are not going to be attractive to anybody else. That's going to hurt.
I saw a report from Josh Lewenberg with TSN over the weekend, doing the whole thing, saying, don't be surprised if the Raptors don't make moves because they feel like their hands are tied. They're handcuffed here. And it's like, well, yeah. I mean, sorry, you were David Blaine, man. You tied your own hands together. You got to unlock them. I was like, these contracts is what I'm getting at here. Like, the Pirtle one sucks. Like, they handed him a big deal. I remember you questioned it at the time. But then, unfortunately, he just turned into a pumpkin and, can't stay healthy. Like Pirtle, when he plays, is still a good player, but he just can't stay healthy. And then, obviously, the Quickly contract. And I've already shared my thoughts on Quickly as a point guard, as a starting point guard in this league. But man, they got to figure something out here. They got to try and help out Darko and some of these other guys. Again, either sides are shooting. I don't know what the move is, but come on. Your hands are tied because you did it. And so now you got to get your way out of it.
Yeah, like I like Manu. I like Colin Murray-Boyles. I think they're both great, but I think that they are better suited as small ball fives off the bench.
Yes.
When either one of them is like your main center, you're going to be giving up a ton of points inside.
Well, yeah, and it depends on obviously what type of teams you're playing. Some nights it works, sometimes it's not. When you're playing Zubats, and then when you're playing like Ayton and stuff like that, like big dudes, I mean, you're asking for trouble. And also, like when you play small ball center, I think you can do it for weeks at a time. I think you can do it in postseason matchups when it works. To do it over a full season, like these guys, it's like they just get banged up.
Yes.
I mean, it's like even Mamu, like he took a couple hard spills in the game against the Lakers last night. Like, hopefully he's okay. He landed on his back or his tailbone like twice. Like it adds up asking some of these guys to play a size up or two. I think you can do it for stretches. I don't think you can do it for a whole season. You got to, especially now as the league goes back to being bigger and bigger and punishing on the glass and stuff like that. And Brandon Ingram, final thought on the Raptors. He has a problem handling doubles around the nail. He's just like a beat slow with either the shot or the pass or whatever he's doing. And it's like, it results in a lot of turnovers. And teams are figuring out, just send a double at him. Like I don't know.
Make him make a play.
Yeah, make him make a play. So Raptors, loser of the weekend, unfortunately. We'll see if they do anything here before the deadline.
You don't want to be on the wrong side of a Marcus Smart mixtape.
No.
This guy was like a highlight festival
Yeah,
against the Raptors. That was a great pass. He had another really nice one as well. And yeah, Ayton was just running wild.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and look, I mean, I get it. Like playing against Luka. Luka was like looking for Ayton. He's like, I'm just chucking it above the rim, man. Go get it. So it was good stuff. He was just coming back from injury too. One more round of losers. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, cheap loser here for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Right.
Yeah, I mean they only played once, but you know we don't get an opportunity to call them losers all that often. They lost on Saturday against the Heat. Bam Adebayo went for 30 points and 6 threes. Made Chet touch earth.
Yeah.
On a closeout. That was pretty nice.
Bam had a rebound highlight. Sorry to jump in there. Late in that game.
Yeah, he
did. He had a big-ass rebound.
Yeah, he did. He played great. Andrew Wiggins hit a clutch three-pointer, 30 seconds left to put the Heat up, and Alex Caruso couldn't pull off either of two miracles. Like, threw an awesome pass to Chet on the lob from out of bounds. Yeah. I think maybe it was a one-point game with like 30 seconds left. Great pass. Chet had a chance to put it down, but that's such a high risk play. You get that one split second, and if it doesn't work, it's probably going to be a rebound going the other way. That's what happened. Thunder did get a stop, but then Caruso couldn't hit the three off the desperation inbounds. I think he got it into Shea, passed it right back, and Caruso chucked up one from the left wing. Didn't go down, but had a couple of chances with it. They take the L, and it was kind of the classic tale of how you beat the Thunder. OKC gave up 21 offensive rebounds. That turned into 33 second chance points for Miami. Miami hit 23s to OKC's 13. You got to win the three-point battle. You got to win the possession battle. The new wrinkle, I thought, was that Miami only turned the ball over 4 times against OKC. That's a tiny number. OKC turned it over 15 times. So 34 more shots for Miami to pull off a tiny, tiny win. But that's why you win the possession battle. The real reason, though, that I give the Thunder a loser is because Jalen Williams exited the second quarter of this game against the Heat with what they ended up calling thigh soreness, but it definitely looked like he was grabbing his hamstring. So I don't actually know what's going on with Jalen. I think he's supposed to be reevaluated today.
Hamstring strain for sure, out indefinitely.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
It's been a stop and start season for Jalen Williams. Took him forever to get on the court. Was really struggling with his shot once he came back, had put together a couple of good games here, and then went out with, basically a non-contact injury, and we're hearing it's a strain now. So they're already missing Hartenstein. He's showing how important he's been to them with his rebounding first and foremost, but even the way he switches the floor for the Thunder, the little bit of interior presence he gives them as well. But now losing Jalen Williams, the good thing for the Thunder is they have so many guys who can step in. We saw how good AJ Mitchell played to start the season when Williams was on the bench, but I don't know. It's been a weird month here for Oklahoma City, basically starting with the loss against the Spurs in the Cup through now, where they just haven't looked unbeatable. And they've taken quite a few losses, and it's usually because of poor shooting and getting out physical on the glass. I'm sure they'll be able to get it back once they get everybody healthy. But this year they're just having trouble keeping everybody healthy.
Yeah. There was one controversial play from this game, too. I don't know if you saw it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander called for the offensive foul on Pelle Larsson. It took a shot like to the ribs. Officials said it was an offensive foul, and obviously it went to the Heat, stuff like that. But then the last 2-minute report came out and said, no, got this one wrong. That actually probably was more of a foul on Larson. Shai was in a natural shooting sort of form and whatever. I just saw Heat and Thunder fans arguing a whole lot over that. Thunder fans were saying, you guys are only going nuts because it's SGA and you have it in your head that he's this foul merchant, but this one was wrong. He didn't actually do like going over to the sideline to create the contact. He was just doing his normal thing that he does all the time. Whereas Heat fans are like, no, he does that all the time. You know, this is what happened. So I guess in the end, Thunder fans were right with the last 2-minute report.
Gotcha, suckers.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it translates to a victory, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I saw a lot of buzz about that play in particular. Larson did take a shot.
Yeah, he got blasted.
He always getting hit though, man. Yeah. This guy gets hit in the face. There's a Twitter account that just follows whether Pelle Larsson was hit in the face.
Great.
It's so amazing. Yep. It's one of my favorite Twitter accounts. But
yeah,
this one got in the ribs.
I saw one he got hit in the face in a pregame warm-up. And
That's right.
It made the Twitter account.
Yeah.
But I think the first loss of the season for the Thunder when they score 120 or more points.
Oh, wow.
Because, you know, I mean, if they score that many, they're the best defensive team in the league. Those are usually wins. But, like, Shai played pretty well. They shot the ball okay. They made 13 threes, almost shot 45% from the field. And it was just the glass and the turnovers that really did it on the other end for Miami. And that's what you got to do. I mean, you still have to do it. People just know now the way to beat the Thunder. You got to crush them inside. And if you can pull that off, you got a chance.
And you need Myron Gardner to step up,
You need Myron to have a good game.
I had heard that name before, but it definitely was like a, whoa, Myron Gardner, 11 points, okay.
The only thing I know about Myron Gardner is he was the guy trash-talking Klay Thompson, and Caron Butler made him apologize.
That was Myron.
That's Myron.
That's Myron, not Yorin. That's Myron.
That's Myron for you.
Yeah, but he had a great game.
He had a great game, 4 for 4.
Yeah, 11 and
points.
5, I think. Yeah. My final loser of the weekend, I'm going to give it to Rudy Gobert and his free throw shooting. This was Friday night against the Rockets. Rough game for Rudy at the line. He finished 2 for 10 at the charity stripe in a game the Wolves lost by 5. But he was up there airballing multiple free throw attempts, which I'm sorry. That's not allowed when you're a professional basketball player. You are allowed 1 airball free throw attempt in one game. You can't do it 2 times. Durant making a stanky face.
He looked disgusted, man.
It really is crazy when you think about it. Like, they're professional basketball players. They're at the free throw line. He's a good player.
Big, strong man.
It's crazy to do it twice in the same game. It's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
It's weird when I'm saying, I'll speak for myself. Probably you too, TK. You've played basketball your entire career. Have you ever airballed a free throw twice in a game? Have you even ever done it once in a game?
I've probably airballed a free throw.
Once.
I probably have.
To do it twice in a game to me is just, I just don't get it.
Yeah, the key to me is if I airball the first one, I'm going to brick that second one so hard.
Okay, sure.
I ain't seeing another airball go down.
This guy's struggling at the free throw line this year. He is shooting just over 50%. You know, 1 free throw over 50%. He's 50.6% at the free throw line. Rudy Gobert. He's not that bad. He's not Steve Nash at the free throw line.
No.
Okay, he never has been. But it's a lot better than 50% in a lot of his previous seasons. He's more like 65, even flirting with the 70%. You live with that. Like, that's good. But this is really, really rough here for Rudy this year.
You think he should go underhand?
Yes. All these guys that suck should go underhand.
Koozie corollary. If a guy started shooting underhand free throws and it worked, they'd be a star. Nobody will do it.
Of course.
Yeah. Do you think Kevin Durant has ever airballed a free throw in the NBA?
I mean, probably
Weird
once.
things happen.
Yeah, like it slips or something. Never twice, I'll tell you that.
Never twice.
I bet, has he done it more than 3 times in his entire career? No.
No way.
No way. I honestly don't even know if he's ever done one. Nor should you. I want to make that very clear. I'm sorry. Like, you shouldn't. You should not. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, twice in the same game.
Yeah, twice in the same game.
So that's sort of worthy of a loser of the weekend
fine.
in a game where he shot 2 of 10 at the line and a game that was close. They lost by 5 points. You know, he does a little better at the line. Maybe they win. So sorry, Rudy.
Yeah.
I do like you. I mean, I respect him for what he does for winning basketball. Obviously the defense, but wow, Rudy. Okay, there you go. Winner and losers of the NBA weekend. Well, boy of the night, sponsored once again. I believe this is the second time for Full Metal HT, Matt Guzman himself. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Am I dreaming this? I think he sponsored this once before.
Early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Guzman added this, JD, before you get to the Woe Boy, that he is willing to learn and record an Iron Maiden song of your choice on the bass if you can find a spare starter's mechanic shirt from one of our old Vegas shows. So,
what a deal.
I mean, I have a spare one.
wow.
Probably.
What song, Iron Maiden song, would you want him to learn?
Oh, something off Number of the Beast, probably. I want to go for get my money's worth. Hallowed Be Thy Name, maybe. That's a 9-minute song, I
Oh,
think.
jeez.
Yeah. Steve Harris, he's that's the bass player for Iron Maiden. He's I think that's his name, Steve Harris.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You got maybe something here? Maybe a potential deal?
Maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do with a recording of just the bass line.
I'd rather not play it.
Just have an Iron Maiden bass line going for 9 minutes.
Sure, why not?
That could be the classic loading music.
That's true. Yeah, why not?
All right.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
let's do it.
Matt, we'll have to talk.
No spoilers, JD, but you're gonna love the Bone Temple.
Oh,
This interaction made me think of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You saw the Bone Temple
yeah.
over the weekend? Yeah.
I visited the
28
Bone
years
Temple.
later.
I went there. Yeah.
All right. Well, boy goes to Lakers big man DeAndre Ayton. Thought about giving it to Denny Avdia, who did fill the box score, but I'll give it to Ayton because he was perfect from the floor. He had 25 points, grabbed 13 boards, but 10 of 10 from the field. 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Good stuff from him. And chipped in 1 block, did not commit a turnover. In 33 minutes played, DeAndre Ayton, your low boy of the night.
Yeah. He was playing hard. He knew the assignment was run rim to rim, and we will throw you the ball in the air. You catch it and dunk it.
Yep. And you should be able to do that. All right, let's get to the pick'em here. NBA on MLK Day 2026. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. Eastern today.
Whoa, baby.
Yeah, Bucks visiting the Hawks. You going down to the Fortress?
I'm not going to be going
No.
down to the Fortress, I don't believe.
I did hear on the Hoop Collective, our guy Timmy Bontemps is down at the Fortress for this game. Yeah,
Following Giannis?
I guess so.
What's the
are you
draw?
is he on the honest beat right now? Probably.
so, yeah.
He gave us a shout out for the 20-year anniversary. So
I
thanks,
would like
Tim.
to see Good Time Timmy.
Yep. So he is here at the Fortress to tip off the day's slate. 9 games on in total. We got basketball on all day. And I thought one of the most exciting games on the docket here was Celtics at Pistons. Detroit favored by 3.5. And I'm taking the home team to win by 4 or more. But you and Tass are going Celtics with some points to play with. This could be a good one. Should be a good one.
Yeah, this is kind of, I don't know which team I actually think is going to win, and the Celtics are getting the points. So
Okay.
I've had some poor losses lately with picking the road underdog. So not super confident, but big game.
Yeah, you started this month super strong.
on fire,
And you're on a
yeah.
bit of a losing streak.
I think I lost the last 3 this week.
We got a nice battle here,
Or last
though.
week.
Finally, all 3 guys sort of in the mix. I'm 8-3, Trey 6-5, Tass 5-6, and lots of January still to go here. So, come on, Pistons for me, and these guys got the Celtics like with some points to play there. All right, that's today's show. We got there in the end. You podcast listeners don't even know what I'm talking about. If you were live on
great
YouTube,
point.
you do. If you're watching later, you don't. That's why you got to join us live. 20 years.
to see the mess ups,
Yeah.
all the warts and all in the live stream.
Yeah, we had some. I don't know what happened. The audio board just crashed on us there.
The
JD?
audio board just crashed. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's been
well-
giving me guff lately.
Well, I guess you can put a 0 behind you on that on that board. 0 days since last incident.
Yeah.
Big fat 0, but it's
Big fat
okay.
0.
It's okay. We got there in the end. Again, thanks to everybody for joining us here today. or listening. Hit the like button, subscribe, 5-star ratings and reviews. A lot of thank you to everyone for the kind comments too over the last couple days here, over the weekend when we were sharing that it was the 20th anniversary and all that. A lot of kind messages from everyone. We really appreciate it. To keep the good times going, to keep the Bontemps going, we have another special guest. It's not Timmy Bontemps, but we have another special guest joining tomorrow's show. Bones. The Bones. The Bone Collector.
We're going to the Bone Temple tomorrow.
The Bone Temple. Brent Barry's going to join us on tomorrow's show. So very excited for that. Haven't talked to Bones in a while. So we're in the Bone Zone tomorrow, and hope to see you joining us at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we'll catch up with Bones. Now that he's working for, where the hell's he working? I can never keep track of
I think he's primetime.
Wait, is it? Primetime. So he's Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Primetime
right.
Brent Barry, they call him now.
That's right. So very excited to talk to him. Hope to see you here. Tass will be back with us. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. All these times, all these years. I got nothing. I got nothing in my brain kicking around for a quote.
Well, nothing from the Bone Collector?
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of hanging out with a zombie in this one.
Hanging out with a zombie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just kicking it.
Yeah, man, that's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm excited. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Embrace the day, people.